Welcome, losers. Are you ready to rock and roll? I'm going to spin some tunes, play a few songs, and we'll sit here and shoot the shit. If you don't have family, you're a fucking loser. Hop on and shoot the shit for a minute. Right now, let's just go ahead and move some shit right on out of the way. How about a big 2022? Fuck you. Out the goddamn way. We'll be right back. Outlaw Video TV. On the last down. How are you? Rick E. Warden here. Every Wednesday night, we are Blow Your Brains Out with Rick E. Warden and co-host David Jarvis. thought I would hop on here tonight because, well, fuck it. I really don't have anything else better to do but to tell everybody thank you and Merry Christmas again. We did that on Wednesday night. We'll say Happy New Year's on this next coming Wednesday night. And like, I'll be masturbating, and like, there's so many things that we'll do over and over and over again that, yeah, why the fuck not do it now? Which is play songs. If no other reasons, I can hop on here and play my songs and play some songs, and everybody have a good time. But I want you to know that I am checking the live chat. There's the live chat. So if anybody comments in the live chat, I will answer. And if anyone's interested in hopping on the panel, then just ask. You'll need to comment in the live chat. You'll need to be someone that I already know and have verified, and I'll send that link right out. I'll just post the link in the live chat. If we got any losers, failures, fools, misfits that want to do a little more than just rock and roll tonight. So that's what we're going to do. I do have a couple of quick things I want to talk about. For example, everybody's watching football. Happy holidays. It is the great American pastime after all. Whoa. Knocked that one right out of the park. Literally and figuratively. Whoa. So, commercials. I want to talk commercials. A couple of my favorite commercials, and this is just a couple of things I can talk about. But Lou, he's like you. He's on medications too. Isn't that? That's just the fucking craziest commercial. And it's on all of the sports shows, right? Lou, well, he's like you. He's on medications too. Well, today, I heard a new commercial for the first time. On NFL radio, listening to a football game on the radio. And I hear this. If you're smoking and driving, we can tell. You may not think you can get a ticket or be written up for driving while, what is it? Y'all know. I don't even know this shit anymore. While intoxicated. What do they call it? DUI, driving under the influence is what they call it. So here it is. You may think that we don't know you're driving under the influence, but we do, just like your friends and family. Like your mom. Son, I can tell you've been smoking and driving, and your Uncle Bob. Huh? You've been smoking and driving on the way over here again, huh? I can tell. And your girlfriend. I thought we talked about you smoking and driving. Well, just like they can tell, we, the pigs, can tell too. So apparently, that's all they have to do. According to the commercial running on nationwide broadcasting, they just have to go, look, we can tell you're fucking high, you idiot. And, I don't know. That's probably true for most of you people, but goddamn.
All my drinking buddies are in jail. Into the back of a cop car. I find it kind of funny, man. cruising at 62 and then began for breakfast hallucinating at noon. She ran a school bus stop sign in my stolen car, so they took her to the pokey for a little R&R. Now all my drinking buddies are in jail, and I'm too drunk to drive to go pay their bill. But you know, if I really gotta go, I ain't got near enough dough. And so now all my drinking buddies are still in jail. Yeah, all my drinking buddies are rotting in jail. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got you some Dank right there. Dank. And before that, the band that I played is Trespassers, the Trespassers, with the song Killdozer. That's the song I like to play to move all the shit on out of the way. And then you got followed up there with some Dank. All my drinking buddies are still in jail. And I've got all of my songs. I'm just going to go ahead and play through the songs tonight. Keep in mind, I am keeping an eye on the comments. I'm not in a hurry. It may sound like I'm in a hurry. It's just because I don't have anyone to talk to. So if you will comment in the chats, I'll slow down and chat with you. If you want to hop on the panel, I'll slow down and talk to you. We'll talk Christmas. We'll talk about 2022. We'll talk about the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. All right. So let's see. We got a couple of people watching. Thank you for joining us here. Keep in mind, every Wednesday night we do Blow Your Brains Out, where we promote bands. And that's every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. I was not successful. I tried to mute my mic for that. All right, so I don't know where that little itch in my throat just came from, but it sounds like just as good of a time as any other to go ahead and play some good music. So again, I'm going to play all my good songs for you here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit of shit, like, for example, the latest commercial I just heard today for the first time on an NFL broadcast. And so it's like that other commercial. Believe it or not, it's on all the NFL radio shows. Lou, he's like you. He's on prescription meds too. Well, this one is literally about cops being able to know that you're high. We know when you're driving high. They're so authoritarian. Tyranny is so complete that they just know. At least according to the commercial. According to the commercial, all you NFL prescription med taking, drinking NFL football fans, you know, you weed smokers. The cops, according to the commercial, they know when you're driving high. Tyranny is complete. All right, so I'm going to play one more song. This song features Kayla Kent. Everybody, just stop watching the show right now. Stop listening and go over to Kayla Kent's channel. Kayla Kent is a YouTube sensation. So go over there and check her out. Kayla Kent. She plays lead guitar on this next song, which is my song. The band is called Me and My Dead Friends. And the song is called Hard Candy Girl.
Where's the hard candy girl? The kind that you suck on. Show me down your aisle. How many licks does it take to get to the middle? How many licks does it take? How many licks does it take to get to the middle? How many licks does it take? Yummy cherry pie. Sweet child, you could be mine.
All right, all right, all right. That is Hard Candy Girl. That's right. That's my song. I wrote that song one night in the middle of the night. I was already playing. There used to be a time when I played guitar all day, every day. I was doing vocal regiments. I can do some of those for you here. But as a matter of fact, I'll do that here in a minute. But I had already been, up most all day and all night, and it was, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning, three, something like that. And I started playing that one, dun 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 dun, and I liked it, but I didn't think of it as, oh yeah, this is the kind of music I'm writing here. I thought of it, it was what it was. It sounded poppy. It sounded almost R&B-ish. I knew once I played it, it would sound heavy. And once it was recorded that way, it was recorded heavy. But I hope it comes across as just good fun punk rock, good fun rock and roll. That's what I think of it as. But I'm just telling you about how I wrote it one night. It's funny how songwriting works. I just play for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I remember a lot of stuff, right? But when you're writing songs, like as a songwriter, there's just certain things that I hear when I'm playing that's just undeniable. And I'm like, oh God, that's, and so that one, that riff, I've called it cursed. Oh, why did I get cursed with this riff? And either way, I played that riff for till I fell asleep. Like I fell asleep with my guitar in my hands playing that riff an hour later. So about 4 or 5 in the morning, somewhere in there. And so when I woke up the next day, I played that riff again just to make sure I didn't forget it and knew where it belonged. And I think I had come up with the other part by then, but I'm not really sure. I can't really remember. I just remember that one riff in particular. And a lot of times that's how it works. Sometimes I do sit down and write one complete song where I come up with the chorus and the verse and transitions and all that, or maybe even a bridge all at the same time. But usually it's not. Usually it's just hours and hours and hours of jamming. And in that process of playing for hours and hours and hours, I just play a lot of things that catch my attention. And I go, okay, well, that's something that I want to play. That's something I want to sing too. And so then I start playing that and playing everything around that and playing all my other riffs and things that I've played over the years, and see if something fits and play until it does fit. And when it does, it fits. And so I love the song, and it really doesn't matter to me if other people like my music. The coolest thing about being a musician is that, if you're pouring your heart out, which is what I do, that's the simplest way to put what I do. One is I practice really hard. That's why I'm willing to admit I'm not practiced stuff. I mean, I can play songs and stuff. I could even perform. But, I like to practice every day. And when I perform live, I want it to be as best as it can possibly be. So, but that's for myself. It really is. But from there, at the same time, if anyone ever wondered, all artists are this way. It's just to different varying degrees. Yes, we want other people to not only hear the music, but to enjoy it. It is important to an artist that you enjoy their music. So, um, if you don't enjoy an artist's music, don't bother. Just move on, find someone that you do enjoy. But when you do actually like music, let them know. Especially if you've got local bands that you really enjoy. These bands I'm playing here, Dank and the Trespassers and X610 Chill coming up. We've got Iron Jaw coming up. So everybody hang on for some Iron Jaw. Kayla Kent. Tell these people, take a minute and tell them that you appreciate their fucking music, because it does mean something. It doesn't mean as much no artist is going to play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just for you. It's not how it works. It just, you can't, that doesn't compute. You can't do that. You play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for yourself because it's your love. It's what you love. But anything that I've ever loved, for the most part, I mean, yeah, even my children, I share my children, so, that's just the way it is. You like to share the things that you love. Music in particular, let's just stick with that, is that, I've been a DJ all my life. I grew up sharing the music that I love. I grew up turning my friends on to Black Sabbath and Aerosmith and let's see, who were the bands that really can say I started turning people on to, like AC/DC. I listened to AC/DC for the first time on the Power Age record, long before the Highway to Hell record. So I was turning people on to AC/DC before anybody knew who they were. Other bands would be even Van Halen, believe it or not, because it took Van Halen a good year or so to really blow up. And we happened to have, and I say we because my brother David brought the record home. And so the first Van Halen record in 1978. And so at the age of 12 years old, I saw Eddie Van Halen and Van Halen at the Texas Jam, July 4th weekend, 1978. 12 years old. I was born in 65. And so, I was turning people on to Van Halen. Motorhead. Motorhead came through in 81 with Ozzy Osbourne on the Blizzard of Oz tour. And so this is how, music in general, music in particular works when you see bands attached to the other bands that you really like Ozzy Osbourne and Blizzard of Oz, for example. Motorhead's opening. So you buy the tickets, the concert ticket, it says with special guest Motorhead. And so you go out and buy that Motorhead record, and sure enough, it's Ace of Spades. So that's how it works. That's how you keep your ear to the ground and find bands before other people do. So I found Motorhead, Ace of Spades in 1981. Immediately looked into them and found, okay, they have these other records, Overkill, Bomber, but they're on they're imports. They're not even released in America. And so that's when I first discovered things like Metamorphosis Records. I drove down to Metamorphosis, and I don't know, I probably made phone calls to record stores. It could have been as simple as Fantasia Records. I could have been at Fantasia Records in Arlington, and Dave there could have said, hey, Metamorphosis Records over here. Maybe he called and located them over there. I don't know. Eventually, Fantasia started, bringing in the imports, but it was risky. I remember back then he didn't want to bring in the imports because it was a big investment, And so we were going to other places, and Metamorphosis Records in particular. That's where I bought my Motorhead imports in 81. And then also some picture disc. Motorhead were very good in the early game in the metal world of having picture disc and things like they did St. Valentine's Day Bloody Massacre, which was... what was that? A 7-inch EP? Is that what that's called? And a lot of fun stuff. So I had a good time with Motorhead, and I shared all that Motorhead for years before anybody really knew who Motorhead was. It's really, honestly, one of the craziest things, because I'm not sure when people say Lemmy is God and Lemmy was a legend, I don't know what they really mean, because I know what it means to me. As a kid, I found Ace of Spades, and then I went and I bought the imports of Overkill and Bomber, and maybe the live record, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. Maybe that came out in America shortly after that. And so maybe I got No Sleep Till Hammersmith as a American release. But so let's see, what's the other record? What am I missing? Bomber, Overkill, not the first record. Damn, what am I missing? I know I'm missing a whole fucking record. Bomber, Overkill, Ace of Spades, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. And anyway, I didn't come prepared to talk about Motorhead, so forgive me if I'm forgetting a damn Motorhead record, but that's what it means to me. Is I grew up on that fucking Motorhead, and I love that shit, you know. And then I also jammed Iron Fist, and those are Fast Eddie Clarke records and Filthy Animal Taylor records. And so then when Aerosmith changed, even Another Perfect Day with Brian Robertson, you know, he was Thin Lizzy. So not only did we, you know, I bought the record and listened to it and liked it, but, you know, we saw the tour. I saw Motorhead with Brian Robinson. And then also, you know, as good as Motorhead is with the other guitar players and uh, and Mickey D on drums, man, I'm so thankful for Mickey D for being there for Lemmy. You know, some of that music is really good, but for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm just confessing that I'm a Motorhead asshole because I just love that fucking old lineup of Fast Eddie Clarke and Filthy Animal Taylor, and the raw energy of those records are just the best. And so I don't know what everybody means when it comes to Lemmy Kilmister in particular being a legend and all of that, but you know, I'd like to know, honestly, that's what I'd like to ask a lot of those people. Well, what is your favorite Motorhead? You know, what Motorhead do you actually listen to? But anyway, that's where I kind of jump off the beaten path, you know, because I raised children, you know, and that's the best way to put it. Had I had you know, had I not had children, I always hate saying that because it sounds like you're blaming your children. But no, I'm just being honest with myself and you, the listener, that when you have children, you don't have the same amount of time to listen to music. And that's why I commend people that do. I highly commend people that have children and are able to maintain all their same musical ways. But I know that in a lot of cases that involves uh, on one hand, being a loser and not taking care of your child, or B, just having parents help a lot, or getting lucky and getting a damn good job, or let me rephrase, working hard and getting a damn good job. But even then, it's a lot of times it's a combination because it's not easy raising a child. It takes, for me right now, for the last 3 years, I've invested 100% of everything I've got into my grandson. Now it's my grandson, so it's different. It's different in every way, though, because I'm older and I don't have the same energy. Um, but I also don't have parents. I didn't have parents then, but you know, we had some help when my children were younger, and I have zero help today. And since I'm older and don't know people with younger children, and it's just not convenient, there's not the commitment of family, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's just me and my grandson. I mean, I am his toy. I'm his toy. That's what it comes down to, because I can't afford to buy him anything. You know, like we didn't have a Christmas. I hate that I have a Christmas tree up. It's just like torture. It's monotonous for me to fucking put up a goddamn Christmas tree. All right, so here I go. Here we go. Merry Christmas to you. There's my Christmas tree. You know, it's look. There's a box of hot chocolate. Trust me, I didn't put it up for me, and I'm questioning why I put it up at all, because I'm sure that my grandson is just like, okay. He had fun putting it up, like he put the star on it, you know. It's no present. And it's the second year, you know. I'm just laughing to kind of keep from crying. But it's the second year. I literally I'm so freaking broke. I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna eat tomorrow. And stuff like that. So anyway, I didn't hop on here to talk about that. I wanted to talk about how we experience music. How you experience music is definitely an integral part of how you enjoy it, right? If you're a kid and you're just having fun and out with your friends and you're listening to Metallica, for example, Hit the Lights. Um, I had that song. I had the very first Metal Massacre record. I paid for it in advance before it was pressed. And Brian Slagle's Metal Blade Records or New Heavy Metal Review magazine sent it to me in the mail. So I was aware of Metallica before anybody else that I know of here in the Texas area. And then also, obviously, as soon as Kill 'Em All came out, I had that. By the end, there were a few other people that knew about Metallica, but just a few, not many. Saw Metallica twice on the Kill 'Em All tour. Saw them 3 times on the Ride the Lightning tour. And so obviously I told a lot of people about that band also, Metallica. But, had I had children at the time, been a little older, and my focus wasn't on sweaty, gut-wrenching, aggressive heavy metal music, then, who knows? Who knows how I would have experienced Metallica? All I know to tell you is at the time, I was just raising hell and having a great time and had no worries in the world. So, you know, I had time to fall in love with Metallica. I had time to fall in love with Motorhead. Had time to fall in love with Iron Maiden. All right, I'm going to play another song here and quit rambling on. I'm going to put a question out there for anybody, though. Can you tell me in the comments, or if you want to, hop on the panel and talk to me about some of your favorite records and how you first heard those records, how you experienced them? Because that's what I'm talking about now, is that how you experience the music has a whole lot to do with how much you enjoy it throughout the rest of your life. And so some of these records are going to be an exception, right? Iron Maiden would be an exception. I had to believe that if I would have heard Iron Maiden 10 years after this record came out, I would still love this record. But I wouldn't love it the same way. It'd be a different way, a different love based on how I experienced it. But this record here, Iron Maiden, Killers Have a Killer Christmas. I used to have that record etched into the window of my VW Bug. That's how much I love this record. It's the only record I ever had etched into a window of one of my cars, and it was badass. But the way I discovered Iron Maiden was Judas Priest. It was the Judas Priest Heading Out to the Highway tour. 'Cause I'm heading out to the highway. I got nothing to lose at all. So anyway, we're heading out to the highway. We're going to go hot rocking with Judas Priest. And opening for Judas Priest is Iron Maiden. And for whatever reason, I didn't have the money or run into the person before the show already, because I knew that Iron Maiden was opening. I just didn't know who they were. And on my way there, I'm riding with Kirby Meggs. So Kirby Meggs was my neighbor that lived across the street. And he was 5 years older. He's actually my brother's age. So my brother may have been in the car too. I don't know. Can't remember. But I remember that I was in the car with Kirby Meggs in his car. And he puts on this killer, Iron Maiden Killers tape. And man, set my world on fire. Iron Maiden. So this was my first experience with Iron Maiden, was the Killers record. Obviously, after that, went and bought the record prior and fell in love with it. And I actually remember when Number of the Beast came out and how big of a hate, it was a big deal. You got a new singer, Bruce Dickinson. And then MTV was coming on strong, and with Run to the Hills, I mean, really, Run to the Hills, believe it or not, was one of the first songs played on MTV that was heavy at all, like any kind of heavy that was played on like regular rotation. Like every time you turned on MTV, fucking Run to the Hills was on. And it was badass. It was a great time. So if you have stories to share, if you're a loser like me, if you're a fellow misfit with time to blow on a Christmas Eve night, then hook us up with a story about how you experienced some of your favorite records. And so in the meantime, what I'm going to do is pop right back over here. I'm going to tell everybody Merry Christmas. And I'm going to hop over here and play some of this.
Here
Be
comes
right
our
back.
Criminal now. What do you have to say for yourself?
What did she go after? Back then to the
All right, there it is. Tell you the truth, but I don't want to. Don't fucking want to. Every time I do, I just get myself into trouble. That's why I like putting it to music, really. It just doesn't do a whole lot of good to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders and try to share that in love with others. It's unfortunate that we do live in a world where people just tend to throw the baby out with the bathwater, kind of judge a book by a cover, put everybody in the same set of circumstances, and just, okay, they're all that way. And I would agree. I think that any environment you're in, there's always going to be some bad people there. Any environment you're in, there's going to be some good people there. And that's the important part, or one of the important parts is that there's going to be good people there. And believe it or not, good people suffer bad circumstances. And it's that simple. I've literally given everything that I've got for my grandson, everything. But there's no way I could convince most anyone that I don't have some kind of something bad. Like people think I'm on drugs. I write songs that are about freedom and independence. And I write songs about girls, making love. And so because I write songs about making love and songs about, questioning authority, I have to be evil. I am from the pit of hell. you know, I have to be. I write these songs and I laugh and I have a show where no one listens. So I have to be evil. Right? I'm so evil and cursed. When what I actually am is I'm a dad I'm a granddad who's a dad. My grandson loves me just so much, and I love him so much. But he loves me. It's one of the wildest things that he loves me as much as he does. But he does, and he's an amazing child. He's not just any child. He's an amazing child. And so, I'm broke primarily for that. But I'm not perfect, or my life has not been perfect outside of that either. In that I was already, before my daughter died and my friends were dying, my friend Charlie Ferguson died. I'm not going to go down the list. Just a lot of my friends started dying in 2018 and again 2019, and of cancers and things too. And then my mom died and my daughter died, and I became dad to my grandson. Well, prior to all of that, I had already been like depressed, like just psychosis depressed, like broken, shattered, depressed because of some other circumstances that are, I gave 100%. I gave 100% to my situation in caring for everyone involved. And people make decisions that are horrible and affect people in horrible ways. And so, I admit, I'm a sex addict. Yeah, I'm addicted to sex. But that shit didn't go over at the AA meetings, Go into the AA meeting as sincere as you know how to be. And yeah, my name is Rick. I'm addicted to sex. And, just like the drug addicts down there, the sex addicts start looking up and going, oh, really? You too, huh? Mm. And the other ones want to throw you out. So, that's me totally making light of it. But, when you fuck up, and then I tried my very best, it hurts. It hurts unmeasurably. Like there's no fucking words for how much I hurt for my child and my children. And the worst part is like, I'm not even going into details because I can't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it. I would. It's not that it's too painful. There's no resolve to talking and have, already suffer all day, every day, suffer all night, every night. And it doesn't make me feel better to talk about it. I'm only mentioning it now to mention that, call me evil if you like. I can't stop you from desiring evil from others. This is your choice. All I know is most people will fucking stab you in the back. So I understand people thinking I might be one of those kind of people, but you don't know me. So it's your option. My option is to get to know people. That's what I do. I give everyone the benefit of a doubt, and I try to find the good in everyone. And that's what I've always done. So if you're one of the people that hate me, it's just a decision you made for whatever reason because you drew a conclusion based on a preconceived notion and a biased opinion, or I don't know. But it's not just me. All of us misfits are that way. Again, all of us. There's bad people everywhere. And when I say bad, even some people, not bad, they just make a bad decision that leads to more bad decisions that lead. And I don't want to be around that person either. I can't afford to be around people that are going to cost me money and things like that, So I get that. I understand. I do. But I'm not that person. I've got a grandson that loves me. He's my son. My son loves me. All right. So there you go. So Merry Christmas from the Trespassers and season's greetings from Iron Jaw. How about that? Put a little Santa cap on the Iron Jaw logo. Edit season greetings, baby. I love that shit. So I'm going to play some Iron Jaw next. But first, I wanted to let you know that before that other song, actually, I'm going to play some X610 Chill to break it up just a little bit. But the song before, the last song I just played, is my song, Me and My Dead Friends, Tell You the Truth. And it features Rick Perry shredding on lead guitar. So that badass lead guitar that you just heard was Rick Perry from the band Iron Jaw. And we're going to play some of their music after some X610 Chill. All right. Well, I'm glad to see that all the misfits have a few things to do tonight because nobody in the comments and just a couple of people listening. So the couple of losers that are here, good to have you. And everyone else, glad you're enjoying your holidays. And so here's some X610 Chill, and I'll be right back at you with some more tunes. Those cool tunes just groove on me, man. That stuff just rolls on me. Every time I hear that, I like it more. I know it's pretty chill and easygoing. Probably not the best thing for keeping attention in a show, but that's okay. I don't give a fuck. Does it sound like I give a fuck? Sounds like I got me a loser. Merry Christmas, loser! Merry Christmas to you. How about this? You have to give me a second to find my guitar. I'm at my pick. All right. Oh man, I have to go over here to do this. There, let's clear that. I'm playing on a super thin pick, which I never played with. I think it was given to me, and it's just crazy. I hung on to it. But Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas, fucking loser. There it is. Say loser. Merry Christmas to you. All right, so Merry Christmas, loser. John Manuel, thanks for hopping on and saying hi. I'm going to play one more song too before I'm done. Did anybody see these badass Pantera pictures, by the way? Look at these fucking crowds in South America. What is wrong with the security at concerts in the United States of America? What is wrong with security at the United States of America? I mean, I don't know. I guess there's some security up there. If you look at the front, there's like a rail that those people are hanging over right there. And then in front of this crowd, there's a pretty good sized barrier. And I guess it's because it's festival too. But man, you know, here in Dallas Fort Worth, there isn't a place to have a festival like that. Maybe that's a little more reminiscent of what Oklahoma, Rocklahoma. Maybe Rocklahoma looks a little more reminiscent of these types of crowds, because Smirnoff damn sure don't look like that. I honestly, I don't know why bands still play at Smirnoff. I think bands ought to just fucking say, fuck it, fuck you. We're not fucking playing at that bullshit fucking venue. You got big giant banners that say no stage diving, no moshing. And, you know, okay, I guess I can buy into the stage diving. I think it's all ridiculous, honestly. I think you need to have good fucking security. I think you always need to have good fucking security. And I think that if you ever have anyone who hops on your stage and kills one of your fucking band members, you had bad security. God damn it. So you need to fucking take care of yourself with your own fucking security so that your fans can have a good time. Not the venues taking care of it. You think the fucking venue's going to look out for you, the band? You think the venue's looking out for the fucking fans? No, they're looking out for themselves. And that's liability. That's right. Liability. Liability. Oh, yeah. Liability. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to play another quick song, and I'm going to get set up and find my pick, and I'll play you a song on acoustic when I get right back. It's something I've been working on. Money eater. So I play a bunch of shit. This one is one of my favorites. This song has already been rough tracked at Avalon, so I have this song tracked to metronome. It's a pretty badass song. All right, check this out. How's it go? Give yourself a little love. Give yourself a little love. Give yourself a little love. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Give yourself a little love. Give yourself a little love. Give yourself a little love. It'll be alright. Be alright. Give yourself a little love and it'll be alright. So there's a couple of songs to bore you right there. I've got a couple more songs to play tonight, and so if anyone has a comment, please share, and I will say hello, like this loser here. Loser, John, Merry Christmas to you and all of yours. I'm going to play a song here in just a second. But first, I want to say thank you. Thank you, anybody who's listening, so that includes John. Thank you very much for spending your Christmas Eve with me. I've really said way more than I planned on saying, unless, someone hopped on here to say hi. And so what I'm going to do without further ado is rock the roll out of this show right here. This is Iron Jaw. I have more Iron Jaw. They have there is more Iron Jaw. They have a new song out called Pyromancer. And so hopefully we'll have that to play here for you soon. But until then, we have some badass Iron Jaw. Tonight, we raid.
your time in a battle. Do you recall the sound of a distant hand? Wave the flag that you shall surrender. Untop your shield and face the blast of freedom. Beat the drums of war for those that came before us. Time to settle the score. It's you we're aiming for. Lying low as daylight fades. Run for cover. Tonight we reign. Lying low, low as daylight fades away. You better run for cover. Tonight we reign. Lying low, low, low as daylight fades away. Young free men, we must obey. Run for cover. Tonight we
Tonight we raid some Iron Jaw right there. How about that, man? Fucking Iron Jaw coming through. Rick Perry. What a badass. He sounds fucking amazing on my song, Tell You the Truth. And even better with Iron Jaw. Fucking proud of all those guys working as hard as they have to deliver the goods with some quality heavy metal music for us listeners here in DFW and around the world. So no matter where you are in the world right now, you can go to ironjaw.bandcamp.com. So ironjaw.bandcamp.com, and you can purchase all the MP3 downloads, patches, t-shirts, all the merch that Iron Jaw has there. And speaking of support, how about this, folks? If you don't mind, show me some love over here. Here we go. There's the Iron Jaw Pyromancer right there. And what I'm looking for is this right there. If you want to help support Outlaw Video TV, it's real easy to do. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing to like a video. So please like my videos. Hit notify all when you subscribe. So please subscribe. You can super chat for the record. If anybody wants to give some money, you can super chat. I get that in 30 days. And then I also have my Venmo. Venmo is not listed on this video, but it's listed on all my other videos. And really, it's just my name on Venmo and my phone number and my email address on Venmo. So if you want to support me on Venmo, that would be freaking awesome. I would really genuinely appreciate it. One of the reasons I'm so freaking broke right now, I mean, I was already broke. Trust me, $25 doesn't make that big of a difference. But StreamYard hit my account for $25 yesterday. Hit my account for $25 yesterday. I was like, no, not the day before Christmas Eve. But anyway, so there went 25 that I did not have. I mean, that was literally what I was going to survive on this week while I figure out a way to make more money. So if you want to support Outlaw Video TV, that's one way to do it. The reason I'm getting my ass kicked, for the record, other than just I'm only available to work 3 days a week. I keep my grandson, but I'm a house painter. And as the economy changes, property taxes go up, groceries go up, painting houses, that goes way down on the list. Trust me, people don't pay professionals to paint. They will literally pay anyone just to make it better, but they won't pay me just to make it better. They'll, expect me to make it perfect, because that's what I always say. I do the job right every time. Well, I do, but I got to charge, right? But people aren't paying. And because people aren't paying for a professional painter, I look like a horrible person. And it's the economy, stupid. It is the economy in this case. My grandparents had enough common sense to say that Walmart's going to take, take over all business. And what they were trying to say was corporations. And corporations have literally, finally ruined the home service industry. The home service industry will never be the same. And it's not just because business is slow for people like me. It's because you'll never get quality service. It'll never be the same. You're basically, what's happening is you're going to be hiring Sherwin-Williams and Home Depot and Walmart to paint your house. I mean, if you don't know that already, you can hire Home Depot to paint your house. Did you know that? Yes, you can hire Home Depot or Lowe's to paint your house, to put in new flooring, to put in air conditioning. I think they do roofing. You can hire Home Depot or Lowe's to do any of those things. And so Walmart, Sherwin-Williams are not far behind. And then, if they can't get legislation passed that supports their corporate position over our independent business owner operations, then they'll force it on us. And that's what they've done. It's a long story. I'm not going to bore you with it. If anybody's interested, though, that's what I'm here for, man. I like to talk. I just like to have someone to talk to. Otherwise, it's just mental masturbation and a whole lot more of it, a whole lot more mental masturbation. Hey, every Wednesday night, guys, we're here, me and Dave Jarvis, and we've always got a panel. We want to hear from all the bands. So if you want to find out about all the shows coming up for this next weekend, here's where you find out, is Wednesday night. But better than that, we have a lot of bands, and we're encouraging all the bands to hop on the show here at Outlaw Video TV and promote their shows in the chats. Believe it or not, that's all you do is hop in the live chat. That alone is a great place to further support and promote your shows. But certainly, hopping on the panel here, like Rick Perry of Iron Jaw's been on the panel. He'll be back on. He's just taking care of his computer setup also, just like I am taking care of my studio. Got to upgrade. It's time for everybody to upgrade. And so the show improves every week. And, from time to time, I'm just going to hop on here and do some of these other shows like this. And especially when I'm able to get out, when I have just a couple of coins to rub together and can get out to some shows. I want to bring you some shows and behind the scenes fun stuff, all that good stuff. All right. So if you have any comments, comment, and I am watching the comments. I will comment back. Promise. If you want to hop on the panel, as long as I know who you are, like John Manuel, I know who you are, bro. So anybody that I know who you are, you want to hop on, just hop right on. Otherwise, I'm headed right over here. I have 2 more songs to play for you. That's it. 2. This one, X610 Chill. There you go. Some X610 chill. That's right. X610 chill. Am I saying it like I'm pronouncing the 610 like over pronunciation, I guess? X610 chill. X610 chill. So it's X610 chill. I think I say it that way on purpose so that people catch it and go look it up. But that's what it is. Go find Dave Jarvis on YouTube, on all your MP3 platforms. It's X610 chill. So say it faster. It's X610 chill. There you go. And also the band Dank. And you can find us here every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. So we'll see you here this coming Wednesday. And we always have multiple people join the panel. The show has gotten better every week. I expect it to continue to get better every week. I've been going slow because I've got to upgrade my studio. As soon as I get my studio upgraded, I just had no idea. I had an idea, but goodness, I thought I'd be able to get some work and pay some bills by now. Crap. Right? And so, in the wise words of Kris Kringle, I leave you one more song this evening before we call it a night. Kris Kringle, that's right. Learn to put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking across the floor. Just learn to put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. So there you go. God rest ye merry gentlemen. And thank you very much for hanging out with me here tonight. Let's have a good time. We'll see you Wednesday, all right? Merry Christmas, all.
Oh, baby, you already know. Bitches in them hoes. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes. The pain we know for sure. I don't need it anymore. Nickels and them dimes used to be the penny. No butter too heavy. Put your heart into it. Nickels and them dimes, they used to be the penny. No butter too heavy for both of us to carry. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes.
It's a damn crime, not low down shame, to claim the fame and not scratch crime. I'm down for mine, not see the truth, not much left, support you. This drill time, not making fun up on the gun, much time. Grip, grub, block those lines, then overtime and then voice dub.
Dropping money on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Bitches get right, 'cause we got this shit. Taking this town with a little twist. Ain't never been like this. Boys are dropping it. Money on the floor. Shit, it's getting heavy. Used to be the penny. No, you never get it.